Brian and I believe in a relatively simple concept that opportunity does not knock. You go and you kick down goddamn doors when there's an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Washington just did. So everybody that wants to know if they think they are in a competitive place, they just told you. The biggest question mark for this team was corner, and they just made a major move. Schefter and the NFL Network guys were first. Rapp, Pelissero, wherever you heard it from. I've confirmed it. The Washington Commanders just traded for New Orleans cornerback Marshon Lattimore, 4-time Pro Bowler, Defensive Rookie of the Year. There were a number of teams interested in a player of this caliber because he's really good. This is a true corner one, CB1. And if what we're seeing reports are that they had to trade what looks like a third rounder, in a lot of ways, Adam Peters just turned Jahan Dotson into Marshon Lattimore.
And I think that's a hell of a plus.
I think if you're wondering how this impacts the depth chart, I think if you're Emmanuel Forbes, you got to kind of wonder about your roster spot, frankly. But I think you're looking at Lattimore, and maybe it continues to be BSJ or Igbenogany. Samerstill's been forced to play on the outside. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily the best spot for him, but he's been better than what they've had.
He's been damn good at it lately.
Yeah.
But Samerstill could be a damn good slot for you.
That was always
and most
the vision.
People play 3 receivers.
The vision was always for Samerstill to play the slot. Yeah. They just needed him to move outside, so he has.
And Noah I.
He
plays well. So, I mean, look, they are now they're adding an extra guy that they have confidence in, because you don't trade for a person you don't have confidence in them.
Yeah. I think as far as Washington's concerned, you might have to guarantee some of this money on his deal. I'm sure you're not making this deal without at least some level of conversation with Lattimore's people. The other part here is, I mean, at some point you got to look at the NFC, and you've got to look at your potential just within the division, your competition. And what do the Eagles have? Big stud receivers. When A.J. Brown's playing for Philly, that's a damn good team. And I think this is part to compete in a division with Philly.
Mm-hmm.
The Lions are the 1 seed right now in the NFC. The Commanders are the 2 seed right now in the NFC. Detroit this morning traded for Zadarius Smith to bolster their pass rush. Like, at some point, you got to look around and see what you got, what they got. How do I beat them? And I think this is a direct move towards that end.
Yeah. It's like, listen, man, they came in with a hope of this. We're going to try to get this thing done as quick as we can. All right, it worked out for them. Now we're in a position to where we can go compete. So let's get somebody else. I think that they just have to go move forward.
Jeffrey, as the Chief Ashburn Syndrome host of the program, how fired up are you, man? They made a power move today.
I mean, JP, I'm glad we addressed a problem, but I really don't know how to feel right now, just because I know it's new, it's new times and everything. But when we get players that are coming off of injuries or injury prone, they always seem to not work with us. I give it to Austin is balling this year, but Lattimore got to make me a believer, bro.
Listen to this though.
Like, I'm happy. I'm not sad.
I want to help Jeff out though. I'm serious, because it's like that caller earlier. You told him to get past the Snyder stuff. We passed that.
But see, the thing was,
how well is Wagner
we just
playing?
had Matt Paris on.
Yeah.
Matt Paris covers the Saints for down in New Orleans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I know he's got this hamstring thing, but I wonder if it's like a Devontae Adams hamstring
Devontae
issue.
Adams went from being on the injury list
to playing,
to going to what's called the next day and practicing.
Yeah, I mean,
had no problem.
I mean, like I said, I'm not sad. I'm not sad or anything. I just gotta see it just the same way I was happy when we got Austin.
Well, hang on, Jeff, because I got an update for you. It's a lot of comp here. Commanders get Marshon Lattimore and a 5th-round pick back. This is per Nikki Jobvala, Washington Post. Saints get a 3rd, 4th, and 6th.
Well, he's healthy. If he got a 3rd, 4th, and 6th, he ain't hurt that bad.
And you still have 3 top 100 picks.
Yeah, a 3rd, 4th, and a 6th. You get back a 5th. I don't think he is as badly hurt as they said. I guess he was at a point like, look, I'm about to leave here. I'm not going to get hurt for them.
Plus, we're trading like our 4th round pick for the Saints 5th rounder. The Saints suck. That's going to be a high pick in the 5th round, and our pick is going to be late in the 4th round. So that's only moving back like 10, 15 spots.
That's a great point. If you look at Tankathon right now, New Orleans would have the 3rd pick. Now, some of this might come down to tiebreakers, right? Like whoever ends 3 and 14, they kind of swap as the rounds go on. But as it looks right now, New Orleans is the 3rd pick. Washington's the 29th. So, like, that's a really good point, Landfill.
So basically, we got like a number 1 corner for Jahan Dotson moving down 6 spots in the draft, and we gave up a 6th rounder. I mean, that's a steal.
Yeah.
Way to
Landfill's
put
on
it good,
steal.
Landfill.
Landfill votes steal. Phone lines open. 800-636-1067. 800-636-1067. How do you feel? They just traded for Marshon Lattimore. This is a 4-time Pro Bowler, okay? This is not – we were wondering if they were just going to make –
drafted when?
2017.
Hey.
He's 28 years old. Like, this dude's not 33. This is not a
Those guys play a long time, bro.
Journeyman. I have a feeling if they gave up the type of comp that they have a feeling he can go. Our guy Co from the Foe is on the line.
What up, Co?
What up, Co?
What's going on, gentlemen? You know, I was going to chime in on the opposite side of the field, but then I heard that report. So welcome to Washington, Lattimore. Just get on our accountability board, man. Lattimore, like the report said, you know, either he's been hurt or he's been Devontae Adams faking hurt. So, you know, either one, man, it sounds a little shifty to me. So if you come in here, man, fresh mind, fresh start, man, he's a good player on paper. You know, just got to reconcile the field. He is what we needed to enhance our defense, but for the long term, I doubt it though. But we won the day with that 3rd round pick. You know, I'm cool with it, not ecstatic. Peace.
Thanks for the call, bud. I appreciate it. Cool with it, not ecstatic. All right. I just got a text that is pretty important because they have 2 3rd-round picks, and the extra one they got for the Dotson trade is actually the Dolphins' 3rd rounder, right? So that is going to be significantly higher. Right now, the Dolphins would be the 8th pick in the draft. They made it's very clear in the trade language. They sent them Washington's 3rd rounder, not the extra 3rd rounder they got in the trade in the Dotson trade.
Even better.
Right. So you're talking about right now that Dolphins pick is 8th, Washington's is 29th. So you're talking probably a delta of 20 picks, which is a hugely significant part of this. I just got the text. Saints get Washington's 3rd, Washington's 4th, and their 6th back that they set for John Ridgeway.
Okay.
Right? Washington gets Marshon Lattimore and the Saints 5th. So if you really want to make it, boil it all down, Dotson, Ridgeway, and a 4th for Marshon Lattimore and a 5th.
I take it.
They did.
Dotson, Ridgeway, and moving down 6 spots in the draft.
Right.
For Lattimore.
That's why
are
Jeff
you
not
kidding me?
Jeff not happy because Ridgeway left.
That type of stuff should be
That's what it is.
illegal.
We know.
That's how ridiculous that is.
It's pretty remarkable. Let's try some of these phones. Chris is in Brandywine. Chris, what up?
What up? I just had to call in because it doesn't matter what the compensation is. Y'all don't know about that boy Lattimore. He is that dude. He that nasty streak that we've seen with the Saints with the hitting in the secondary, it comes from him. So in this new look of how the Commanders are, and that's a commander, he's a commander. He's gonna light it up back there.
There you have it.
Appreciate it.
There you have it. Chris fired up. Let's go to Ryan is in Connecticut. What up, Ryan? What do you got?
I don't know how anyone could be unhappy or indifferent towards this trade, because this is the first time in 20, 25, 30 years that a fan of Washington football can say, we are going for it. I mean, before the season started, it was, let's just play better, maybe make the playoffs, but get 7, 10 wins and improve. And now through 9 weeks, we are going to be in the runnings for playoffs, Super Bowl, and being a contender. Not saying we'll win, but I mean, there's nothing, you couldn't be happier with what you guys just said. Dotson, Ridgeway, and a 4th for Lattimore and a 5th is basically criminal. And it'll make a seismic shift in our defense, moving St. Juice to 2, CB2 or the slot. Like, it's going to have an immediate trickle-down effect if Lattimore could even play at 70% of what he's capable of. I think it's an amazing day if you're a Washington fan to finally see a competent GM and ownership going for it when they finally find out that they have a chance.
Dude, I wonder what this does for the vibe on Sunday. It's a great call, Ryan. Thanks very much, man. I mean, Sunday is going to be one. There's the hamstring question. Is his hammy good to go? Will he be able to go? Right? Like that's something we don't know the answer to. But 2, how quick can he go? Because you know who's pretty damn good? George Pickens.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not a trade for yeah, man, we're going to build for next year. This is for Sunday
We're going to build
and
for
Thursday
this week.
and the Battle of Pennsylvania. Listen, no matter what happens today, Landfill, it's the biggest news in Washington, D.C. Nate is in Chicago. Nate Dogg, talk to me.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to say, being here in Chicago, getting to see us be the thief of joy for this entire area, it's been awesome to see. I haven't seen it my entire life. And now to go out and see us go get a big-name guy that's going to come in and produce, just go take over Pennsylvania. It's a beautiful thing, and I'm happy to see it.
Appreciate the call, buddy. Pennsylvania, swing state. Not if Washington goes 2-0. Our guy Rusty is on the line. Rusty, talk to me.
What's going on, fellas? How are you today?
Doing good, brother.
Buddy.
Hey, super excited about this. I've been on this Lattimore thing pretty much ever since Devontae Adams showed he could play. I knew that there was something brewing down there. I knew that Lattimore had to be fine, but like Brian said earlier, he's just not willing to get hurt for the team that he was on. I wanted to share something real quick with you guys. Sunday night, I went out to dinner with my family, and I was wearing a Washington Redskins hoodie. And it just says Washington across the chest, and it has a small Redskins logo in the upper left. And the young girl at the hostess table, when we were walking out, she says, "Oh, yes, Commanders," and reaches out to give me a high five. And we're in Delaware now. And then she pulls her hand back real quick and looks at me funny and says, "Wait, is that the Commanders?"
So she don't know that they were once that team?
She was like, I'd say she was probably 18 years old, young girl.
She probably don't.
Yeah. The moment for me was like, really? Is this where we are now? So we have a whole new fan base.
Wow.
So,
yeah, man. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the call.
Bring some eyes to that field on Sunday.
All right, brother.
See you, dude. Let's go to Jeremiah in Fairfax. What up, Jerry?
Hey, how are y'all doing today? So I think the caller, not the last one, but the one before, put the nail on the head. You can't not be excited about this. It's a good deal. I just wanted to say one thing that I think some people might not fully realize, and this is not in any way to say it's not a good move. But what you were saying to Jeff, it's not the Dan Snyder era anymore. Draft picks, whether we're getting them or giving them up, mean more now. There's more potential with who we draft. We have more potential to get bangers in the 3rd or 4th and 5th round. So people should always keep that in mind when dealing with trades like this for the Commanders. But it's a great trade. I love it, and that's all I had to say. Thanks, y'all.
All right. Thanks for that call, buddy. Appreciate you. How about this? The day is not done. The Jets are trading for Mike Williams. The Jets are trading Mike Williams to the Steelers. So Washington might have a new corner on Sunday. Pittsburgh might have a new wideout. God, this is fun. Let's go to Curtis in Reston. Curtis, talk to me, dude.
The first 2 callers and the guy that you just had all said the things I was going to say, but just want to clarify that Marshon Lattimore is that guy. Since he was drafted in 2017, he's been ranked as a top 10 most valuable corner in each year. And moving St. Juste to 2, we've seen what he can do in 2 behind Fuller. I think it's a huge move for the defense.
It's a huge move. Thanks, buddy. The only issue is health, right? And you got to assume.
Yeah.
I think we have reached a spot where you can assume Lattimore is at least healthy enough to help them this year. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I don't know that you make the move. Jupe. We got Jupe, Jeff. It's Jupe time. Talk to me, Jupe.
Sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to do my best Rev T impression. You got to believe, baby. Believe in AP. Believe in that front office. And then listen, for real, if it doesn't pan out, I'm cool with it too, because what GM has hit on every player they traded, picked up, drafted, so on and so forth. Like, it's still a good deal, still could help us out. Let's see what happens, fellas. I'm happy for it.
Jupe, I'm stunned that you're not hitting us with the Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's a win right there, Jupe.
My bad. Let's do it, fellas. My bad.
Woo!
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right.
Phone lines are packed. If you're on hold, stay there. We're going to do calls the entire rest of the hour. If you live under a rock, the Commanders just traded for one of the top cornerbacks in the NFL. What kind of contender does this make them? Man, I don't know.